She's gonna love that. That's right. That's right. Stay sitting. Good. Stay anchored in there. Perfect. Good. Good. Go across the diagonal. Stay sitting. Stay sitting. Same canter. Flying change. Same canter. Good. Stay sitting. Stay sitting. Same canter. Go straight. Sit. Sit. It's too long nose to tail. Which means make her sit down more behind. Make those hind feet stay on the ground a little longer. Right. Make your hind feet anchor into the ground a little bit more. Right. 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 Sit her down. Sit. Sit. It's not from the reins. It's from your butt. Thank you. There you go. There you go. There you go. Play with the contact a little bit to make her a little softer in her neck muscle. Now sit down. Keep your butt down. Like push your feet into the ground. Yep. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now don't push them quite that much. Like volume control. Volume control. That's okay though. That's okay. Sit her down just one notch more on the volume control than that. Little bit more sit. Yep. Perfect. Right there. Right there. There's your canter. Great. Live there. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Cross the diagonal. Flying change. Think about keeping this canter the same more than the flying change. The change will happen. Make her sit. Sit down on your butt. Thank you. Sit. Sit. Keep her hind feet anchored on the ground. Diagonal. Just run right over anyone. We're all good. Come on, sit. Sit. Sure. We're good. Great, thank you. Diagonal. Stay sitting. Stay sitting. Stay sitting. Flying change. Stay sitting. Good job. Stay sitting. Stay sitting. Good job. Diagonal. Stay sitting. Flying change. Yep. Yep. Good. Stay sitting. Quarter line. I know that'll be a little tight. You can do it. Sorry. Quarter line. Okay. Flying change. Good. Sitting. Flying change. Sitting. Sitting. Good job. Quarter line. Good job. Flying change. Flying change. Sitting. Flying change. Flying change. Super. Walk. There you go. When you make her sit, her changes are all fine. Like what's making her late behind is that, and what made her late behind on that one at the very beginning was that the canter change. There were like 6 different canter strides before she did the flying change. When you make the canter stride, and that's the key to the changes, is that the canter has to be exactly the same every single stride. Okay. In how much she's sitting, the energy level, the straightness, the roundness through the back, the roundness in the bridle, the tempo, like everything, like every canter stride, like I need to be able to take a picture of one canter stride and have them all be like that.
That's like mind-blowing, because I was like, okay, why is she late? I mean, so I'm like, maybe I need to be more forward.
No.
Like maybe I need
no,
to exaggerate.
It's not. No,
like,
it's not about making things different. It's about making things the same.
Okay.
Every stride exactly the same. And then if there's a problem in that, then you can examine this canter that you have. Do you not have enough energy? Do you not have enough straightness? Do you not have enough sitting? This canter was fine.
Okay.
You know, this canter wasn't perfect enough for ones.
And I was like,
but it was perfect enough for 3s.
Okay.
Okay, so she's not quite, she's still a little, like after you did the first change on this last line, she got a little big. You know, the strides got a little long.
Okay.
And on the line before that, they weren't quite straight enough.
Okay.
Like I said, they're straight enough for 3s, they're not straight enough for 1s.
And that's probably me. I'm so.
And that's fine. I'm not going to ask you to do 1s today.
Okay.
Because, again, what you need to do is go through and be able to pick up that canter and be able to go, I'm going to canter, true lead, counter lead, half pass, you know, quarter line, diagonal, do some changes, not do some changes. And that canter stride, like I said, I need to be able to videotape one canter stride, and that needs to be the exact same canter stride you do for all of that stuff.
Okay.
And that's what I was saying about your half passes on the other side. Don't think so much about going sideways.
Okay.
As think about Are all of the strides the same? Is the trot the same? Is the canter the same? Or did the trot change when I started doing the half pass? Or did the canter change when I started to do the half pass? Other than I'm going sideways.
Okay.
Tempo, sitting, energy, all of that has to be exactly the same.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So your goal, I mean, you could ride this thing on a 20-meter circle for the rest of your life if you want to, just making those strides so perfectly the same.
Okay.
Doing the movements is going to be a walk in the park. Your horse already knows how to do it. You don't need to practice the movements. You need to practice getting that canter to be the canter that you just had here, and that trot to be the trot that you had when we started doing the half passes.
Okay.
And then make sure when you do the shoulder in, you do the half pass, you do the whatever, if the trot changes, gets slower, faster, longer, more hollow, whatever, say, whoa, why did that change? And then give up on the movement and go back and fix the gait.
Okay, I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
What to do.
Give up on the movement. Like I said, the movements on this horse, I guarantee you, this is not a stupid horse and not a badly trained horse at all. This horse is going to be able to do the movements with zero problem once you get the gaits perfect.
Okay. Awesome.
But if the gaits are, and if you think, okay, I think I got her trot good, or trot feels great, and then you go to do the shoulder in, or you go to do the half pass, and it falls apart. So, well, I guess it wasn't great enough.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, I was going to ask, do we have time to do a little piaffe massage, or?
Sure.
Okay. Awesome.
Does she have enough steam to do it?
You know what?
She can go forever.
The longer I ride her, the more hype she gets. She
Okay,
loves this.
great.
Yeah.
Super.
And she really loves piaffe massage, and our transitions between the two have really been
Great.
an issue.
Okay, we'll go ahead and pick her up.
So, and I mean, it's one day she can work with me.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Hind legs under. Think about your tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? That's too slow. Way too slow. Fix it. Right. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Yep. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. We're gonna go right from the walk to the massage. Yep.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. There you go. There you go. Yep. Carry it forward. Yep. It's too big. Too big. Crawl out of it. Just. Yep. Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2. Find a rhythm. That's it. Now just crawl out of that.
Just walk.
Crawl. No. So here's a walk. Here's what I want her to do.
Yes.
I want her to do this. See it?
Okay.
You're doing this. You're doing. And then she gets strung out.
Okay.
When you come out of that massage, or that piaffe, you're going. Like,
Okay.
don't launch out of it. Just make the strides. Make when you're piaffing, you're on the spot. And then when you come out of it, make your strides 4 inches long, and then 6 inches long, and then 8 inches long, and then 10 inches long, and then a foot. You know,
Okay.
crawl coming out of it. Not walking, but just make the strides a little bit bigger as you go forward. Not you're lurching out of it. You're saying, okay, new gait. Whoa! And it's like no. Make it much more gradual than that. There you go. Okay, back to, we'll pick her behind. Yep, there you go. Super. Now just go, make your strides 4 inches long. 1, 2, 1, 2. Find the tempo. Tap her a little bit. Make her go faster. Good. Yeah. Crawl out of it. Uh-huh. Yeah, good. That's it. Tap her. Make her do the work. Make her do the work. Thank you. Make her do the work. A little grounder in the top one. Make her do the work. Quick. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's right. Keep crawling out of it. Keep thinking trot with your butt. There you go. Keep it up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, there you go. Make her do the work. Beautiful. Yep. Now gradually, no, we're not getting out of this. Get your ass back in that massage. We worked hard to get there. Get going. Right. Crawl out of it. Yep. Tap her. Make her do the work. Stay sitting. Hind legs. Good. Tap her again. Make her go. Good. Cover the ground. Go a little more forward, a little bit more. Yep, right there, right there. Good, good. Stay in that. Now make it a little smaller. Start to make it a little smaller. That's awfully fast, but good, good. Now go forward. Crawl out of it, crawl out of it. Good! That's pretty. Stay in the massage. Don't get out of it. We worked hard to get here. Keep it up. Tapper, tapper, tapper. Good, good. Keep going, keep going. Beautiful. Now, just make the strides a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. Perfect. Tapper, tapper. So come on, honey, do this for me. Beautiful. That's how you get out of it. Stay in the massage. Keep going. Don't quit on me. Keep going. Tapper. If you're working too hard, make her work harder. That's it. Make the steps a little smaller. A little smaller. Now a little bigger. Tapper, make her do the work. Thank you. Keep going. That's it. Don't you quit on me. Don't you quit on me. Come on. Tapper, tapper. Make her work. And now you can walk. Thank you. Super. There's nothing wrong with those transitions. There was nothing wrong with those transitions.
Okay.
Those were fine. Other than there were several times where I was like, you were kind of like, hey, we did it, yay, and I was like, ah! Like, do not let you can't let your guard down. You can't let your intensity level down, or she's just gonna, the balloon's gonna pop and the air's gonna just come flying right out.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
once you generate that energy, and you've got it cycling around in that passage or in that piaffe, you can't let your guard down for 1 second, right? Because that's when all of a sudden, there were a couple times there where you had to haul off and kick her, and I'm like, that's because in 2 steps, and that's all it takes, in 2 steps of you saying, basically your brain kind of went, wow, this feels great, and she went, bye. You know, you're thinking, wow, this feels amazing. Like, you can't let your guard down for 1 second and sit there and enjoy it. You have to be like monitoring everything the whole time, which is, you know, those people over there are enjoying watching it because they're not up there working on it, right? But that's not what happens here, right? And think about it too. Like even Laura, you know, Laura and Bernardi's, you know, they have these great rides. And what does she come out? She's like, oh, he was a little crooked here, he was a little crooked there, this didn't quite work, that didn't quite work, because she's thinking about what's happening at the moment, trying to make it perfect. The rest of us sitting in the stands are enjoying it. You know, the judges are enjoying it more than she is. You know, you're not ever going to be able to sit up there. The second you let your guard down for 1 second, or let your brain just settle for 1 second, your horse is going, where are the instructions?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you're doing piaffe and passage, it is so critical that everything is like pop, 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 like totally lined up. The second you let one leg stay on the ground a little too long, then you're in that piaffe where she's stuck and you're kicking her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That was the result of one leg being on the ground a little too long for maybe 2 strides.
Okay.
And I'm sorry that the Ferraris are that hard to drive, but that's the case. You know, somebody, your passenger is saying, hey, I think you should speed up a little bit. You touch the gas, and all of a sudden you're going, whoa, I'm going 90. Woo, how'd that happen?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, she's like the hardest horse I've ever ridden, hands down.
Well, and the faster you think, the less. Anytime you physically have to start working too hard, you know, where you're having to kick her to keep her going, that's because your brain is thinking too slow.
Okay.
If you can speed up how you're thinking, you can catch it faster, and then you don't have to save the day so much with your physical work.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, if you have to work too hard physically, you're not working fast enough. I'm not saying hard enough, but you're not working fast enough in your head.
Okay.
You need to go through that checklist a lot faster.
Okay.
And then you'll get there.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you bet.
This is
You
really
bet.
helpful. Because I was just stuck with
it's tricky to gain confidence by yourself. I hear ya. I hear ya. Work with somebody as much as you can, just so you gain some confidence. It's not that you can't do it, you just don't have the training or the self-confidence, which I get, and you just need somebody to keep reminding you how fast you have to go through the stuff.
Okay. Awesome.
You have the capability, she's got the capability, you guys are fine, there's nothing wrong with any of you. You just, you know, I feel like I'm throwing you a, differential equation textbook and saying, here you go, learn this.
Oh,
Like,
I have the book, but I was like, I have no idea this stuff. And
right.
This is so helpful and so.
Well, like I said, differential equations is a bitch, even if you can do calculus, good luck getting through DPQ by yourself.
Yeah.
That's a bugger, but you can, and you can do it, and once you do it, you're gonna understand it really well, so that's great. But yeah, if you can, as much help as you can get, will help you out. Where are you from?
I'm from here. I'm from Bismarck.
Okay. Yeah. Yep, get as much help as you can. Go to as many clinics as you possibly can. You'll do fine. She's a super horse. You're really lucky.
Like
She's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I know how. Like it's just so every ride is like.
Oh yeah. I learned Grand Prix kind of by myself too, so I get it. I had a horse that, you said yours rears. Mine used to when you'd get in the piaffe and you'd hold him together just a little bit too much, he would throw his head back and try to break your nose. That was fun. He wouldn't rear, he wouldn't stand up, but he was like, whack! And he'd whack his head back and you were like, wow! And he was like, stop pulling on me. I'm like, oh, yeah, right. Ride the back end. Forgot. And then when you'd start riding his back end, he was like, he would stand there and dance all over the place. It was great. I totally love him. I totally loved him. He could do everything, but wow. You got him a little too jammed in with the neck, and wow, he would just whack his head back. And he had a neck that came like straight up out of his withers, and he was a Swedish warmblood, and he had this big arched neck, and he could just like whack. He could just like pull it back, and especially if you were leaning a little forward, he could really get you. And I was like, oh my god, like crazy. Awesome. And I had another Grand Prix horse that ran backwards in the piaffe. That was fun.
That's terrifying.
Right. You get him a little bit, he'd get a little behind your leg, or you get a little bit too much, like a little too much hands. Wow. He would run backwards, bounce his butt off the wall, and you were kind of like, shit. So yeah. Yeah. Trust me. I have wrapped so many Ferraris around trees. I totally get where you're coming from. I have been in your shoes.
That is her. I mean, she is, again, like you said,
Yeah.
the most forward, and the more, like,
Yeah.
she doesn't feel tired at all. She feels like she could go for another,
Yeah.
But I know she'll be tired tomorrow. I was going to ask you, soundness-wise, how does she look?
Looked okay to me.
Okay. I was going to have her hocks done as well. Couldn't swing it financially. I'm going to have them done in the spring.
That's
when I
okay.
start
You'll be okay. Yeah.
Okay.
She's fine.
Okay.
She's fine. You're not gonna, if you did this workout with her 5 days a week,
Which I don't.
she's gonna break.
Yeah.
But no, like if you're much more spread out, and like my advice, what I did with both of my older Grand Prix horses was, if I finally got to the point where I was on a 5-day week plan, trot, canter, trot, canter, trot.
Okay.
Or canter, trot, canter, trot, canter. Like I would just warm up and then just canter, warm up, just trot. And trot, included shoulder in, haunches in, half pass, piaffe, passage, extensions. You know what I mean? Like do everything in the trot.
Okay.
Or on the other hand, do everything in the canter.
Okay.
And then I wouldn't say, well, I'm gonna ride you for an hour and we're gonna get through everything.
Okay.
Or if I need to, I would pick like today's half pass day and do trot and canter half pass.
Okay.
You know what I mean?